The silent struggle faced by 1 in 4 California community college students, homelessness and food insecurity. Imagine the weight these students carry, juggling their dreams while grappling with basic needs. Today's guest is getting to the heart of the matter, ensuring what's being done to help students. Let's welcome Rebecca Ranashanasi, Vice Chancellor for Educational Support and Services at the California Community College's Chancellor's Office. Hello, Rebecca.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Happy to have you on. So, Rebecca, tell us, what is the California Higher Education Basic Needs Alliance?
California Higher Education Basic Needs Alliance, CHEBNA for short, is a partnership between the California Community Colleges and the other two segments of public higher education in California. So the California State University system and the University of California system to provide basic practices and insights to improve student basic needs.
Rebecca,
why
would you say this alliance is so important and needed right now?
Sure, because the data clearly demonstrates that basic needs insecurity undermines completion, persistence, credit attainment, and fundamentally post-secondary educational experience, right? So it's not just a community college challenge, but it's really a challenge that's universal for our higher education. So the most important thing for the Alliance to play is to provide a platform for all three segments of public higher education to come together and build upon rather than duplicating the significant strategies, solutions, and learnings related to the basic needs challenges that face California college students.
What are some of the basic needs issues facing students at California community colleges right now?
I'm so glad you asked. California's 116 community colleges are open access institutions, so we have the privilege of serving the largest and most diverse student body in higher education with nearly 2 million students. So basic needs insecurity has been a persistent challenge facing our college students for many, many years. Many of our students come from marginalized and underserved communities where the idea of going to college seems unattainable because of cost first and foremost. While tuition is low in our system, we cannot ignore the fact that most students are low income, they work full time, struggle and find affordable and stable housing for them and for their families, and many also are parents and have childcare needs, right? So the recent survey finds that nearly 2 out of 3 of California community college students grapple with at least one basic needs insecurity. Nearly half of them are food insecure, almost 3 out of 5 are housing insecure, and about 1 in 4 are homeless.
So what are the California community colleges doing to help meet students' basic needs?
So just as basic needs insecurity is not a new issue, the California community college faculty, staff, and students have been working on the front line to address this in a smaller and less formal way previously. But we see this momentum in basic needs where now we're getting support from, for example, the state legislature to secure appropriate funding, right, to dedicate into basic needs services across all colleges in California. And from a systems perspective, our Chancellor's Office has put basic needs square and center in our Vision 2030, which is our strategic plan to really try to achieve equity in success, equity in access, and equity in support for all of our students. So I'm happy to report that in addition to providing support in various established student support programs, every California community college has a centralized location to link students to on and off campus resources. So that includes food, mental health services, and housing. Some campuses have even built stronger relationship with their county social service department to allow the basic needs center staff to help students with CalFresh and Medi-Cal application process. And as the next step, we want to, thank you.
Yeah.
So the next thing for us is to really meet students where they are, to be even more aggressive, right? Delivering these services into students' hands.
I think it's amazing that these resources are being provided. What has been the response from students so far?
Students love the services, right? So the next level is there are still many students who are not aware of the services, again, because the fact that they're working, they're taking care of their families. So if they don't go onto the website, they may not necessarily know. So that is why it's really important for us to make sure all the students that deserve the need and deserve the services actually receive the services.
All right, Rebecca, we're going to make sure those students know where they can go for more information. Students can go to icangotocollege.com for information about applying for financial aid and other resources and benefits. Students can also go to their college's website to find out what their Basic Needs Center offers, where it's located, and hours of operation.